from a church called Shin Shon Shang. Hey, the girl shouted, like, you Googled it? I was like, yes. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell button. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for having me once again. So today's video is get ready with me stroke morning routine stroke story time. I know I look a bit white, but there's an explanation for that, and a story time on how I was almost initiated into a cult. I'm not even joking, and a cult. So without further ado, let's just start this gist already, okay? So guys, I'm going to be gisting you while doing my morning routine and my face routine. I've already had my bath, so I'm just doing my face routine and getting ready because I'm going out today. Today is Saturday, 12th of March. It's currently 9:13 in the morning, so let's just get this started. So this whole story started around December. Sorry if you're hearing my nephew's voice, it's because they're just, I don't know, they're having a moment outside. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, so this thing started like ending of December last year. So I'm using Clinique on my face. So it's a 3-step Clinique thing. If you I can do a detailed like skincare routine video if you guys want, because I believe in that. But yeah, so what was I even saying? So this whole initiation thing, like, and by the way, it's a Christian cult too. Gone are the days when cultists is you know them by rituals and tying red clothes. No, they've upgraded their style. They are now inside the church. It was at a period towards the end of December last year. I was just at that phase where I really wanted to press a hard reset button in my life. I just thought like I wasn't doing things well, you know. My faith journey was, you know, not like I stopped believing in God or anything, but I just thought, you know what, this like, I don't know how to explain it, but I just needed, everything in my life needed resetting, you get. So I deleted my Instagram page, like my old Instagram page, and started a new one, you know. So guys, this is a Clinique anti-blemish solution. I don't know if you can see it. You should be able to see it. So I started a new Instagram because I felt like my Instagram was not like showing my real self, you know. So I wanted my Instagram to be like faith, you know, lifestyle, and still good pictures, you get. Plus I needed like the engagement on my other one, the one I deleted, wasn't good. So, and it's because I was so inactive and everything. So yeah, I started my Instagram page. I restarted my life basically. So in the middle of, you know, when I had my new Instagram page up and running and all of that, you know, having fun, and you know, my life was, I was basically putting like the puzzle was coming together at that point. Basically, I got a message from this girl on Instagram, like this random girl, like she sent me a message and she was like, oh hi Chisom, I love the charity you do, because on my Instagram there's like a link to my charity page, and maybe she had seen that, I don't know. I love your charity page, and I love how you are about your faith and all of that. I would like to invite you for a Bible study on so and so day. I can't remember the exact day, honestly. On so and so day. It would be nice to have you there, thank you, and all of that. And you know, at that point I was like, okay, it's just a Bible study. It's not like you're inviting me to a whole church program, because honestly I'm wary about people inviting me to their churches. Like, why are you inviting me to your church? You know. So if I ask you what church you go to, and you'll be like, oh, I go to so and so church, would you like to come? That's different. But people just actively trying to drag me into their church, no. So I was like, oh, it's just a Bible study. And you know, I was like, because I had a job, I have a part-time job, and it takes away my Sundays from me basically. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'm doing Bible study once in a while. Like I said, I was at the point where I wanted to like reset and like grow my faith more and everything. So I was like, okay, you know what, let's do this. But unfortunately, the day she told me, I was actually going to do it, but then the day came and I forgot. you know, by the time I remembered, the time had already passed, you know. So I sent her a message, so it's not look like I didn't, because I genuinely wanted to go, so I didn't want her to feel that way. I sent her a message, I was not like, sorry, I actually forgot. It's mainly because I was working on that day as well. She was like, oh, okay. You know, so we got talking on a normal basis, like outside, like talking on a friendship basis. She was actually a few years older than me. I was not like, okay. So the next thing, she now said, okay, that she's doing a, I don't know, write-up, or I don't know what she said she was doing on black hair, people with black hair and everything. She would really like to interview me and all of that via Zoom and just hear my thoughts and opinions. And it's like, okay. So we set the date. It was a day when I was at home and I was free. So it was fine, you know. So me and her, we started, I feel like this story time is going to be so long. So me and her, we set the date for the interview, and you know, we got talking and of everything. And she was like, oh, it was so nice talking to you. I actually gelled with her, you know. I even went to my Instagram story and I posted, I was like, I'm so happy that, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, why? I thought we were friends. My Instagram link is on this screen. Kindly follow, please. So I posted on my Instagram. I was like, oh, I'm so glad to have, you know, spoken to you today and everything. I found a big sister in you and all of that, because we actually gelled. So that one passed. She now had my actual number. So I was like, you know what, let me just give you my number. We exchanged numbers, we were texting, so that was fine. So eventually she now invited me, like so while we were talking that Saturday, she was like, by the way, that there's another program coming up that since I missed last one, that do I want to come? I was like, oh, okay, I will come for this one. Again, I was working that day, but my job is sort of chilled. Like, my job is a chill job where sometimes you're just doing nothing. So I was like, I'm sure at that time it will be chilled. I'll just log on. So she sent me the link. So that day came. Apparently, the title of the video, the title of the program that day was, what was the title, Sif? The True Meaning of Christmas. I thought this was a December period, right? The True Meaning of Christmas. So I joined in. Like, immediately I joined in, they knew that I had joined. I was like, because in my head, why I even agreed to join, I thought it was going to, you know how some of these churches have like really big online meetings and you will not know who is who, so you will just have one person preaching and talking, and some of they will not know, like it will just basically, not like you'll be a number, but they won't know. But immediately I joined it, they were like, oh, I can see there's a new person in our midst. I did not plan to talk because, again, like I said, I was at work. So I had to excuse myself, go to the back, introduce myself, and you know, they were not trying to ask me because I was like, please, I said I'm at work, I can't answer questions. So that was a bit off-putting for me, but it was fine. So after everything, they were not like, okay, if you'd like to sign up for, you know, Bible study, blah, blah, blah. You know, so I signed up for, I was like, oh, Bible study sounds like a good idea, right? I said, okay. Last how I signed up for the Bible study. You know, the girl that invited me now, you know, got in touch with me, like, how did you? I was like, I think it was okay, just I couldn't talk because I was at work. And then she was like, okay, so did you sign up for it? I was like, yeah, I signed up for the Bible study. I can't remember what she said she signed up for. It's irrelevant at this point. And then I'm just going to watch this stuff and then I'll come back. And then all of a sudden, like during the week, I got a message from like one of the chaperones of that day, like, oh, hi, is this Chisom? Or how they got my number was very surprising because in the form when you're signing up, you put like your contact details and everything. She was like, oh, hi, I'm your chaperone. So basically, before the real Bible study starts, there's a pre-Bible study, which I didn't know about. And you know, she contacted me, and see, when things start disrupting my lifestyle, I just know there's a problem. You know, whatever it may be it relationship, be it, I don't know, whatever. When it starts disrupting my lifestyle, I just know that there's something wrong. Like I'm spiritually sensitive. You know, if you don't know that about me, you know, I'm spiritually sensitive. When things or people around me start, I have the feeling. But at that point, the feeling had not yet come, so it was okay. But you know, so the first honestly, this happened a while back, so the story is going to be a bit cut and join. So she now contacted me. And she was like, oh, hi, you signed up for the Bible study. My name is this. I was like, oh, hi, my name is Chisom. So next up, I'm using my Clinique anti-blemish solution. See, it's almost finished. Like, that's how much I love this product. So yeah, that's how much I love this product. Sorry, I had to go and do something. Anyway, and then, you know, the first time she called me, she was now like that, oh, basically trying to get like information, like she said it that she was trying to know about me. You know, I gave her some of my details, obviously, you know, because at that point I thought it was fine. So but then I started it now started becoming like an everyday thing. So like I go to work on Saturdays, and I like my sleep. Like, anyone that knows me from secondary school, I don't joke with sleep. I see me sleep like this, don't joke with it, okay? Especially if I have like a busy lifestyle, I like every little chance I can get to rest. I don't joke with it, you get. It has started becoming like an everyday thing. So she will call me on Thursday. She'll now be like, okay, we'll have another Saturday session, just to know. And then on Sunday, and then auntie, is it only this? The Bible said they have never really started. What is all this one? Get to know me. It's not just one session in it, so that you know your students and your participants. Is that not all? She called me the first time. She asked me questions. She was like, oh, God cares about you, blah blah. She was not like, okay, are you free on, so next up I told you now is this one. She was not like, oh, next are you free on Saturday 8 o'clock. They will call, she will call again, another, and it's not like these things were like 30 minutes long, an hour plus. I was like, I was still looking at this thing, but I knew that I couldn't call. At that point, I knew that when she called me, so I knew that I couldn't continue because I'm tired, you know. The next thing, after that session, she was not like, oh, there's another, I need to have another session, I'm meant to have another session with you tomorrow, and I was like, these sessions are becoming too much. You know, I haven't got the time, I'm going to work tomorrow. She was not like, okay, on Monday. I was like, no, I can't do Monday either. I'm busy all through the week. So she was not calling me every single time, you know. She will call me on this day and be like, oh, we need getting information. So the first time was okay, because obviously we would want to know your participants and everything. So when we had that first session on Saturday, we had another one on Sunday. She was not like, oh, that there's another one on that she need to have another session with me on Tuesday, and I was like, these sessions are becoming a bit too much, and honestly I have work to do. Like, I'm busy. I mean, I'm actually a busy person and everything. So at that point it was becoming irritating, you know. So, and that's the way God gives me. Anything that disrupts with my life, with my status quo, the status quo of my life is always a sign for me. So anyway, in the Sunday session, right, I wasn't even sure if I was going to come to the next session in the Sunday. And the funny thing is that she was actually a very nice girl. You know, the person speaking, she was very nice. In the Sunday session, so some of the things she was now saying, it was just jumping at me. I was like, this thing doesn't make sense on any level, on any grounds. It doesn't make sense. Let me tell you an example of what she was saying. She was now like that. She asked me what I do to get closer to God. I now said, yeah, I don't know whether she thinks that. Anyway, I now said, sometimes I listen to worship. It depends on my mood. Sometimes worship songs actually put me in His presence. You know, sometimes I listen to podcasts. I'm always listening to Apostle Joshua Selman, especially on my way out when I'm commuting. Sometimes I listen to Apostle Joshua Selman. You know, other times I'm listening to music. Other times I'm listening to preaching. Sometimes I'm in church. You know, all these things put me in the presence of God, and I feel at that when I'm in the presence, I know I'm spiritually. I know I'm in the presence of. I know this is the time to pour out my heart to God. She now said, okay. I can see you have a really big heart. This is her words. I can see you have a big heart for God. She now started saying that, okay, that if I want to know more about you, that would I come to you or would I come to your friends? And I said you can do both. If you don't have access to me because maybe you don't know me, you will go to my friends who you have access to and say, oh, what do you think about Chisom? And my friends will tell you about me, you know. So yeah, it made sense to go to my friends if you don't have access to me. She was not like, she didn't expect the answer. She was a bit shocked. She was quiet. She was shocked at the answer. She was not like, but when you go to your friends, it's not asking, it becomes a discussion about you. I was not like, yeah, but you don't have access to me, you know. If you go to my ends, it will tell you bad things. Those bad things might actually be true. At the end of the day, both of them, you're knowing about me. It is now up to you to now come directly to me. But if you don't have access to me, my friends will tell you how to have access to me, how to get access to me. She was not like that is a discussion about you, that if you want to know about it, you go directly to the person. I was not like, if you know the person. If you don't know, imagine a stranger coming up to me to ask me, I will slap you. I will slap you. So it doesn't, you have to go to like mutual friends, so people that know me and know you, that can talk to you and tell you about me, which is actually the job of pastors and reverends and all these men of God. They tell you about God. They give you they tell you how to get closer to God. Some people will read the Bible and the Bible is just so ambiguous to them and they don't know. You know, she was not like that is what that going to people is talking about God and not knowing God. I was not like, but that's what they are there for, to help people that don't know God, or help people that feel that God, because God is actually not far from us. There's people that feel that God is just, he's so far. Pastors are there to tell you that no, actually he's near. That's their job. That's what they are there for. She was not like that. No, that's the discussion about God. That if you want to know God, you come to him directly. At this point, like I said, it's morning. I don't have energy for arguments. No problem, whatever you say. But it was not making sense to me, but I just left it. And I said, okay, no problem. Then she now said that is what this Bible study is for. I was like, but this Bible study now, is it God himself that is going to pioneer the Bible? So is it not people that he has ordained? It's still the same thing you're saying. We are not knowing God, we are discussing about him. So what is the difference between this Bible study I'm going to go for and the podcast I listen to and the church I go to? And we left that one. She now says, let her show me a video of guys, I didn't show you the third thing I was putting on my face. Anti-blemish solution. This is what I put. This is the last step on my face. Well, not the last, second to the last. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. So she now said she has to let her show me a video, right? And the video was about, is he knowing God or something like that. And she now said the video was of a church called Shin Shang. I said, She now said, new heaven, new earth. New heaven, new earth sounds, she thought new heaven. Either way, I've never heard of the church. So when she showed me the video, I was like, okay. Some things they were saying in the video was, making sense. Really itching. Some things they were saying in the video was making sense. Guys, after that last one, you know what? I feel like I'm going to do an updated skincare routine for you guys. I'm going in with now a normal cream on my face on top of what I just put. So what they were saying in the video was making sense to an extent, but some of the things they were saying, they were like new heaven, new earth, rapture, and I don't see it. Rapture is imminent. But I don't like churches that are heavily centered on rapture. I don't like it, So, but I don't like it was jumping at me like what the other things the girl was saying. I was not like, in my head, I was just curious. Like, I've never heard of this church. Let me go and Google it. She didn't know I was Googling it, by the way. It was like a Zoom meeting, and then she now put up a PowerPoint on her screen for me to watch the video, right? So as I was watching the video, I was Googling it. And I just googled New Heaven, New Earth Church, The church's website came up. The church website came up, So far, I'd already seen normal things that you would see when you Google a church, right? So the video now finished. I was not like, what did you think? I can't remember what was inside the video. I don't know what I thought of the video. I was not like, I've never heard of the church, so I Googled it. Hey, the girl shouted, like, you Googled it? I was like, yes. Any problem? Are you alright? She was not like, that there are some things they say about the church on Google, but she doesn't care, that it's okay, I shouldn't worry about, like, if I have any questions, I should just ask guys. At that point, I was like, I have not even seen any bad things, but you have raised my curiosity, so I am now going to actually do a proper Googling phase on it, literally. And that's what I did. Like, we ended the call that day. I went to get ready for work. While I was on the bus to work, I started Googling the church. Next thing I saw was Paracristo, Christian cult. I said, "Wahala." And I said, okay, maybe this is just, maybe it's just and I said maybe it's just people haters, being hateful, Then let me continue reading. One girl now documented her journey, how she got so involved. And I was like, this is literally what they were doing. She was like, first of all, they will come with you Bible, they will say it's Bible study. Before the Bible study, you will have so many. They were like, they actually make you would actually stop sleeping at night. They make you withdrawn from your parents. Eventually you leave the house. They will tell you that, they basically indoctrinate you into a certain belief, and they indoctrinate you to the point where you cannot argue, because part of the things they tell you is that anybody that comes to counter your faith and what you believe is a test of faith. The founder of the church said he is God's assistant on earth. He's an angel that was dropped. They did not give birth to him. He came down. He came down from heaven. Jesus that they gave birth to basically is inferior to him. Basically, they did not give birth to him. He's God's assistant on earth. That the whole book of Revelation is a parable that only him understands. Part of the things that now made me that no, this was definitely the church was. She said that first of all, she was like, the Bible study is for 6 months. I said, you are always doing 6 months Bible studies. It's not me. Brother, sister, it's not me. Tell them it's not seeing me. She now said that the Bible study will be heavily centered on the book of Revelation. And I was like, okay, this was one of the many meetings that we had. Will be heavily centered on the book of Revelation. Now, the book of Revelation to people is scary, but she thinks it's a very lovely book that tells us about the new heaven and the new earth. She actually said it, but at that point, I didn't know it was the name of a church, Until I started Googling it, that their Bible studies will be heavily centered on Revelation, and they'll start telling you things like, oh, your parent. You know how ISIS basically recruits ISIS at the other extreme end, and they basically recruit people within their religious. That is the other this Jane Shunshan, the other extreme end of Christians. They recruit you, they keep you, they recruit you, leave your house. You start. One person was like, he left his house, he left his family, and started living in a bunk, and the message is basically based on revelation and recruitment. So you need to go out and recruit to show your stand and your belief. One of the things she was saying to me was that one of the previous Bible study sessions she was having, that a girl was having the Bible study and her mom came in and just shut her off. I told her not to ever join, that she didn't have any. I was like, oh, why would the mom do that? Like, most parents are joyful when they see their children doing things of God. Most Nigerian parents, I know, so why, she wasn't like that. The woman didn't have any context. In my head, I was like, surely you guys must have been saying something you were not meant to be saying at that point. It was now online that I was saying that they tell you to leave your family. They tell you they start telling you who to talk to and who to not talk to leave your group of friends, that they will change your mindset, they will change your belief, and then the next thing you become withdrawn. But obviously a stranger is not just going to come up and tell you, oh, leave your family for me. It's not going to happen that way. It's not going to work that way. It's going to basically be a situation where they build up to it. So they start with getting to know you. They now start inviting you for tea. Then the real Bible study will start. For 6 months, it's basically your indoctrination journey. After 6 months, they now invite you to a place. I was like, Chisom, is this how you have entered one chance? On top waiting. Do you not already do Bible study in your house? Before then, I used to wake up every Saturday, and I did so this every Saturday, put my worship Hillsong music on, and have a conversation with the Holy Spirit. Literally, they were not like, well, is that one there enough for you? The thing was that basically what even made me want to do this thing was I was feeling guilty for not going to church, because I didn't used to go to church. Like I still don't on Sunday because I work. I was feeling guilty. I was like, I need to find a way to connect with God. There are 1,001 ways. Once I found, and the girl was she was when somebody is pushing you to do something very fast. She was like, take time off work. I was like, I'm a Christian. I want to learn about God, but I'm also ethical. You cannot just taking time off work anyhow. Every day, every week you take 2 days, or every week you take you if you don't want to work, ma, just say you don't want to work. It doesn't make sense. So I wasn't going to do it for any reason, and my spirit was not sitting well with it. I was like, I can't. So the first day of the Bible study it was meant to be on a Monday. I was like, Monday, you are who? You think on a Monday I just sit in my house and do nothing? No, please, I have work to do. Okay, guys, so I've gone and gotten dressed. I'm no longer in the bathroom because I finished my face routine. I'm going to do my hair now. So yeah, the first day of the supposed Bible study that was meant to, give us a really in-depth view of the book of Revelation was on a Monday. So I now said to her, Auntie, I'm working on Monday. He's not going to, because at the end of the day, these Bible studies, is meant to be around, they're meant to be able to walk around you. You get, and it's meant to be on weekends, not on a week. People go to work. She was not like, I remember when doing all of the sessions, she was like, about 200 churches and pastors come to us to learn their pastors. I was like, share Bible trainers. But on a serious note, I was not like, oh, sorry, I go to. And at that point, I was now actively looking for excuses not to go. Because I had not even googled it. So when she was telling me, the first day was on a Monday, wasn't before we started watching that video. So, and I already said it to her. I go to work, so another day will be fine, But already the sessions were already becoming too much. I was like, wait though. And the real Bible study, when the pre-Bible study, this pre-session was 1 hour plus. Like the Bible study is around from 6 to 9:30, a bit 10, a bit 9 o'clock. I was like, who is going to sit down on Zoom for 2 hours? Say wait, say happen. For what reason? No, I cannot. And I said to her, I'm going to work on this Monday. I cannot do it, ma. She was like, no problem. She was like, no, she doesn't. I should take time off. I should tell them that I'm going for a personal development program. Shit, I was not doing it. Because, see, forget, I'm an Igbo girl. I like money. That's the reason I'm doing the job, for the money. So, brother, sister, even the Bible says that there is no food for a lazy person. So I have to work to get money. So this is all. But at that point, it was already. I had not even googled the church. It was already becoming funny. When I now googled the church, and I said, no, it's not possible, because everything. It's not just people on internet. Because the thing, what she was. Sorry, guys, my sister came to shout. Yeah. Anyway, not on me. So I was now like. And it was because what she was trying to make, when I told her that I googled church, she was trying to make it out that there are people online that are against their progress, that are saying bad things about the church. How can also be saying bad things about the church? But no problem. There are people that went and sat down and made videos and documented their journey. One girl was like, she's still scared that she's being followed, because they tracked her life literally. And I thank God that I did not even do 1 week of the Bible study, because she was like, after the 6 months of the Bible study, you're now fully indoctrinated. They now come and now take your details, and then they start monitoring what you're doing. They proper cults. They're even worse than the cults that we know that style red clothes. They track your life. She was like, she was being followed, she was being tracked and she was not allowed to talk about the church. The girl did not tell me. One of the sessions, she was like, if I say to you, I'm a Jehovah's Witness, I don't have a problem with Jehovah's Witness. So my own is that whether I like it or not, Jesus exists. Is God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. That's my so no matter what you tell me that the Trinity does not exist, I'll just be looking at you. There are some arguments I don't used to engage myself inside. I was just looking at you, So she was like, what if I say to you I'm a Jehovah's Witness people are stereotyped and everything? I was not like, I just know I have my beliefs and nothing can change my belief. And from the video, she could see, from the sessions we were having, she could see that I was very strong-willed, because I'm not just one of those Christians that was born into a Christian home and then, I grew up knowing that there is a God, so let us all. No! I actually found God for myself. Guys, on social media, I might be looking up. I've been through things that have shown me the glory of God. So you cannot come and tell me otherwise. So come and tell me that Jesus does not exist. On top waiting. On top what? On top that I'm a baby, on top that I don't know. You can't. And that's why she was coming to tell me that, oh, that when you listen to pastors and this one and that one is not knowing God, it's a discussion about God. Whatever I like, call it. All I know is that it has helped. It helps me grow in my. Do you know when I listen to Apostle? Do you know the amount of wisdom that man has unlocked? The amount of knowledge of God that man has unlocked. They are telling me to stop listening to him. Wahala for who is going to listen to you. I see the Bible you're telling him to sign up for is no. It's not the same discussion about God as you so put it. Okay, I now said to her that sorry, I'm working. I now Google the church. You know, the people and all the videos, the people that they follow you, they track your life. And that's how that man or that boy that eventually left his family. It's not like he left his family. They told him to tell his family that, oh, he has gotten a job somewhere else and they would have to travel. Or yeah, tell us where the job is so that we can come and be visiting you once, even if it's in a different country. Tell us, you know. They told him not to tell. They told him not to tell. He left comfortable house to go and live inside bunk. To live in a bunk where there's 20 people in a room. He was like, he had to break free. That he had to break free. And even till now, he's scared. Like, he's scared doing the video because they had because after the 6 months of Bible study, what did they even do? That's like you now go through the full initiation. The 6 months is now for, but the reason for the 6 months of Bible study is for them to brainwash you so the initiation can be easier. If somebody just comes up to you and tries to initiate you, it will not be easy now. You have to build up to the pre-Bible study is also built is part of the process. And I now saw what that all those session was. They report. Oh my God. They come to you. You know that after that I had to go and pray and ask God to please, because I felt like I'd even gone too far with them. I felt like, and the Spirit of God was just saying to me that if you know, never feel guilty. Like, if you feel guilty, talk to God. Come do what you normally do. If you feel guilty about, go and listen to that podcast you're normally listening to, and come into the presence. And I know how to unlock the presence of God. I actually do. I know when I'm in the presence of God, and I know when I'm not. So the Spirit of God, like, I was expecting you of all people not to fall for that. But like I said, I was feeling guilty about not going to church, you know. And I was like, you know what, I just need some way. It was, I can't remember what I was, because as I'm thinking about it, I'm just so angry. Though those I was reading out, they were not like that. Even before the Bible study starts, they come to you and, you know, they try to know about you. That there is some, I want to say there is a somebody. There is someone that they are reporting to. There is someone that they are reporting back to on about you. So there's a book. After their session with you, all those things are like, let's get to know more about you. What do you do to get into the present? They are taking all those details back to the present. And you know what? I'm glad that I argued with her. I'm glad that I was like that. No, if I want to know about what I feel like I don't have access to you, I will go to you people that know you. They would either tell me about you, or they will tell me how to get to you. They will tell me how to contact you. So I was giving the side to my nephew to be quiet because he's here. And so I was glad I argued with her. But the little details I gave to them, I had to tell God, please, well, I believe in miracles. One way or the other, please delete it from their record, please. Because I was like, what? So Christian cults exist. I did not know anything about Christian cults. This is why I was not doing the video in this room. See, the long and short of this story is, if you're a Christian, know how to see it. The devil is the accuser of the righteous. You get? And what that means is he's going to constantly be there, be like, see, you're no longer going to church on top of work. Like, don't go to church. You see, you don't know how far away from righteousness you are. You are sinning by now. That is what the devil will be there telling you, you know, making you feel guilty. If I continued to listen to that voice, I would have found myself in deep shit. Deep mess, deep anything you want, deep poto inside the poto. So that's where I would have found if I had continued to listen to that voice, literally, because I was feeling guilty. I wanted to sign up to. I wanted something that, you know, that would say, oh no, I'm doing this really. But it just took me going on Google, and I found out that one of the churches, they do midweek services, and I'm free on that, like at that time, on that day. Like, I'm not doing anything with that time. So go to that church. Winners Chapel, Living Faith. They have midweek service on Wednesday. And I was about to sign on to a cult because I was feeling guilty. Christian cults, you people. Christian cults. It exists. What do you normally do to get to connect with God? What is your future like? What is your business with my 5-year plan? Are you my husband? Do you want to propose? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Wow. I've Kukuma left the hair that I was going to make because like I was actually so when the fact that she was so scared about me googling the red flag. Red, what did I say? Red flag. I said nope. There's a problem somewhere. I went and googled the church, me with my coconut head. You cannot see whenever if you don't want me to do something, just number one, just don't mention it. The moment she said, "Oh, I like Amebo," everybody that knows me knows that I like Amebo is my middle name. So when she was like, "Oh, that there are bad things that they said about it," my eye opened. I went and I googled it. I was like, "My dear, I've seen it." So that Monday that I told her that I was working, that I cannot do it, I came back from work on Sunday night. I saw Auntie's message on my phone. She was like, "Oh, Chisom, I have very good news about tomorrow's session." In her mind, she thought my heart was still with her, she thought it was still the same way. She's like, "I have very good news. Please call me when you're free so we can discuss. It will not pass. Oh, we've said we should schedule the time so that you can join. Monday is Monday. Whether or not if I go to work on Monday, I will come back and I want to sleep. I'm tired. I'm not doing any Bible study." So I was actually going to send her a message and I was like, I wanted to be like, "Sorry, you know what? I'm no longer interested." But with these things, you really have to train a cult. They want to come and be like, "Is that this? Is that you don't used to watch Nigeria?" You don't used to watch Nigeria people like, "Sorry, I can't do this." And they were like, "Oh, sorry, there's no turning." But so I had to be really discretional. I was going to type that message and be like, "You know what? I don't think I have the time and I can't do this anymore." I was going to type that message, but I was like, I don't want to inspire them to do anything stupid. So I had to be really discretional about it. I had to look for a way around it. Thank God for wisdom. They say wisdom is profitable unto man. Thank God for what? Wisdom. Anyway, guys, where is my ribbon that I normally tie on my head? This is like now why are you falling down? This is now this ribbon. I don't know. This is like now my signature look for this particular kind of braids, So let me tie it on my hair. But guys, you guys should be careful out there. And some of the articles, they were like, they infiltrate into churches and they will never tell you the name. They won't tell you that they are from Shin Shun Shan or from New Heaven, New Earth. They will not tell you. And I remember that girl, she never told me the name of her church. She even the person that was inviting me, I was like, "Oh, so what's the name of this church?" I can't remember the nonsense she said. I was like, "Now wow, now wow." Because they are advised not to tell people the name of their church. They just infiltrate, divide and conquer. They divide themselves, go into different churches, and try and deceive their members with Bible study. Basically. And you know what's the funny thing? It's just the timing of everything. Like how they were able to time that was a time I wanted to like press a hard reset button on my life. I just wanted to go all in with God. And I was already doing fine with God. I'm not an atheist, just I didn't have the time to go to church. And there were ways around it. And I wanted to go and join cults. Anyway, guys, who is this African beauty? Oh my goodness. You people. Wahala is on this YouTube. Ooh, what is this beauty? All this beauty for one person? No, now. Alright, guys, we've come to the end of this. No. I cannot get over this beauty. What is this beauty I'm seeing on my screen? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah. Alright guys, it is the end of this video. Let me carry myself again before I run late to where I'm going to. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, big thumbs up. Comment your thoughts down below. Have you ever heard of Christian cult? Me, I've not heard though. This was my first time. I know that cults is like the normal red cults, red and black cults is that they go to church, and that's where they most times. That's even where they give. I know they go to church. That's where they give their donations to. They even pay tithes on top of cults, but they pay tithes. So I know, but I don't know that there is actually a Christian cult that initiates you based on Christian. Hey. Comment your thoughts down below, because even I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. Very big shock. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. I've already finished with this video. I hope this video is not too long, because please, I hope it's not too long. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Love you. Mwah.